Caroline Marcus, senior reporter at Sky News Australia, joining us here in the Man Cave. Lovely to see you. Happy Father's Day to Jake. I'm sure you spoilt him a lot. None other than the wonderful Deputy Lord Mayor. I almost promoted him already. Deputy Lord Mayor of Melbourne, none other than Nicholas Rees. And Steve Price, our dear colleague, friend, fill-in host on this program, legendary broadcaster. And I'm pleased to say a man who just feels a little more comfortable on this program than he does on the project. Have we got the image of him tonight on Channel 10? Jacket and tie here on Sky News. Nah, bugger it. Fleece. Nothing's going on. Oh, fleece and a polo. He's just straight away fleece and a polo for just Povo Paul Murray. Oh, but when I'm around Waleed, I've got to just sit up straight and mind my P's and Q's. Fair enough, pal. All right. Nicholas.
Yeah, I like your mood.
Yeah, well, that's why I love you, brother. All right. Nicholas, Richard Marles. Nothing to see here. I know you are, but what am I? I stand by everything I ever did. That'll get him out of travel, Rorts, won't it?
Oh, I mean, look, this whole thing's a terrible beat-up, isn't it, Paul? And I'm actually a bit disappointed you've gone so hard on it, old mate, because...
What?
I mean, he's got a very important job. Like, he's the Deputy Prime Minister of Australia. He's a Defence Minister. His job does require him to travel around a lot. I can tell you, I'm sure his family would like to see him at home more, and he would like to be at home more. And so his job requires him to travel around. And I noticed in your dispatch you didn't mention the fact that Peter Dutton likes to use that jet a lot, including to try and get to Matilda's games. So now it's everyone does it, so it's okay. This is the thing, Steve. You and I have been around for too long, and we know that travel rorts used to kill a pollie, but it seems like no one wants to ruin the new car smell, no matter what the polls say. So they tried desperately not to cover it. They pretend there's nothing to see here. Yet if it was Peter Dutton as Defence Minister, who flew from the Liberal Party conference to the Matildas back to the Liberal Party conference, could you imagine the adjectives they'd be using at The Guardian?
Well, forget the Matildas. I mean, Richard Marles has personally trebled the number of flights in and out of Avalon Airport since he's been Defence Minister.
Correct.
Because he lives down in Geelong and he takes the plane down to Avalon so he doesn't have to drive an hour from Tullamarine Airport to get home again. It's just disgraceful. You can't defend this. I mean, why does the Defence Minister, Nick, need to be at a soccer game?
I just love how they're willing to be...
Prime Minister of Australia. I mean,
the Prime Minister was there. What, unless he's holding elbows, Sam Kerr won't know where to kick?
Well, hang on. He hasn't done a Bronny. Like, remember when Bronwyn Bishop got a taxpayer-funded helicopter to a Liberal Party fundraiser?
This was a $16,000
that is a line being crossed, okay? Deputy Prime Minister going to a national sporting event is legit.
Okay.
Hang on. Did you hear that? Going to a sporting event is legit. But where was he flying from, Caroline?
Yes, exactly.
Was he flying from defence meetings, at an army barracks in Townsville? No. The National Labor Conference, where, look, I'm just going to make a suggestion, just a random suggestion here. If it's not elbow meeting with the socialist left saying, my heart will still go on. It was a great little Celine Dion that he did. Probably there might be one or two little fundraisers in and around that, wouldn't you think, Caroline?
Yeah, look, $5,000 helicopter flight.
That she paid back.
Which was also wrong. At least 3 times the cost of private flight to fly to and from a sporting game back to a national conference.
Rubbish.
I'm sorry, it still stinks. And Bronwyn Bishop lost her job over that. Plus, we have...
It was only the pub test mattered for her. ...secrecy around this. If there's nothing wrong with what he did, if he defends it all as part of his professional duties, then why not release the logs, Paul? Yep.
If there was nothing to hide, then release it. But I notice that his openness is only when revealing the opposition minister's request for flights and not for himself. Also, why is no one talking about the impact on climate change? This was the party that was supposed to care about carbon footprints, and yet we're seeing this record amount of flights being taken.
Well, we're going to keep Qatar out of Sydney Airport because we need to decarbonise the economy, but we can get private jets to Avalon because that's a little bit closer than getting in the limo.